Good morning, all. Myself is Satish Mahadev Karpe, working as an assistant professor in Anandbai Daurane Arts, Commerce and Science College, Vaivodi. Today we can start. The topic is chemical thermodynamics. In that topic, we have studied the Gibbs-Helmholtz energy, Gibbs free energy, partial properties, and different laws related to thermodynamics. Now, we can start first. We start first. Chemical thermodynamics deals with application of law of thermodynamics to chemical system. In that first point, free energy functions. What is mean by free energy functions? Free energy function. In free energy functions, we start first Helmholtz free energy or work function A. Helmholtz free energy, or it is also known as a work function. Its symbol is A. Then it is mathematically defined as A is equal to U minus Ts, and also Gibbs free energy Gibbs free energy G is equal to H minus Ts. This is equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. Now Gibbs free energy is more widely used than the Helmholtz free energy. For a small change of equation 1, for a small change of equation 1, that is difference between initial and final state, delta A is equal to delta U minus T delta S. This is equation number 3. Again, from the law of thermodynamics, from law of thermodynamics, delta S is also equal to Q reversible divided by 3 divided by T. This is equation number 4. Then put equation 4 in equation 3, means simply put the delta S value in equation number 3. That is, now equation 3 can be changed. Delta A is equal to delta U minus T. In takes place of delta S, we can put the value of Q reversible divided by T. Then common term cancel out, T divided by T. Then delta A is equal to delta U minus Q reversible. This is next equation number 5. But by using first law of thermodynamics, first law of thermodynamics, delta U is also equal to Q reversible minus W max. Again, this is equation number 6. Again, put the value of 6, put the equation 6 in equation number 5. That is, we can put the value of delta U in takes place of in equation number 5. Then next equation, delta A is equal to in place of delta U we can put the value of Q reversible minus W max and again minus Q reversible. Now cancel out the common term. Then delta A is equal to minus W max. This is equation number 7 and this is the equation of Helmholtz free energy. This is equation for Helmholtz free energy of maximum work. Helmholtz free energy of maximum work. Now again for a small change in equation number for small change in equation number 2, that is equation 2 is G is equal to H minus Ts. Then again small change, delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. but delta H is also equal to delta U plus P delta V, and delta A is also equal to delta U minus T delta S. Again this is equation number 8, 9 and 10. By comparing this equation, by comparing this equation and we get equation 9 and 10, we get value of delta G, that is delta G is equal to delta A plus P delta V. This is equation number 11. And again we know the value of delta A, in previous equation number 7, that is delta A is equal to W max, that is delta A is equal to minus W max. Then put this value in equation 11. Now delta G is equal to in takes place of delta A we put minus W max and plus P delta V. Now this is equation number 12. Now P delta V is a work of expansion. P delta V means is a work of expansion, Now then delta G is equal to minus W max plus W expansion. Now interchange the terms or sign, that is minus W max minus W expansion, then the difference between between W max and W expansion is W net. Then above equation becomes delta G is equal to minus W net, or minus delta G is equal to W net. This is the final equation of Gibbs free energy.